Hello my dear students, welcome back to online class. We are going to revise the next class or the third class of chapter 2 Nutrition in Animals. This is revision part 3. As we have already discussed some parts of alimentary canal along with the associated gland, only salivary glands. Today we will discuss the remaining portion. So fourth part of the alimentary canal, that is small intestine. This is a highly coiled organ of 7.5 meters length. So the length is 7.5 meters and it receives secretion from the liver and pancreas. As the liver and pancreas release digestive juices into the small intestine, so it receives secretion from the liver and pancreas. And the inner lining of intestine also secretes some digestive juices on its own. And the inner walls of intestine have finger-like outgrowth called villi. This villi increases the surface area for absorption of food, and each villus has a small network of blood vessels, and absorbed food by villi is transferred to the body via blood vessel. So here is the site of complete digestion. The small intestine breaks the carbohydrates into glucose, fats into fatty acids, and proteins into amino acids. Okay. Now we will learn about the associated glands. The liver. Liver is the gland that is reddish brown in color. It is known as the largest gland of the human body, and it secretes a digestive juice called bile juice, and the bile juice is stored in the gallbladder. So gallbladder. What is gallbladder? Gallbladder is a small pear-shaped organ that is present under the liver. Okay, under the liver and on the right side of the body. It stores bile juice secreted by the liver, and bile plays an important role in digestion of fats. Okay. Next comes to the pancreas. Pancreas is the second largest gland of our body. It is cream-colored gland present in the human body. It secretes pancreatic juice that helps in digestion of fats, carbohydrates, and proteins. Okay. Now the question that how small intestine absorb blood. As I have already told that inner walls of intestine have finger-like outgrowths called villi that increase the surface area for absorption of food, and each villus has a small network of blood vessels. So here the process by which the digested food enters the blood vessel of the small intestine, that process is known as absorption. So this is the way small intestine absorbs food. So what are villi, that I have already discussed. Again I am telling that the small intestine contains small finger-like structure called villi. They increase the surface area of this intestine, thereby increasing the amount of absorption, and the digested food gets into the blood vessel through the villi and then reach the whole body. Okay, here you can see the picture of villi with a small network of blood vessel. Okay, and absorbed food by villi is transferred to the body via this blood vessel. Okay, now another process that is very important, assimilation. What is assimilation? The process by which the organs of the body utilize the digested food and form complex substances which the body needs, such as proteins, are called assimilation. Okay. Now you can see the small intestine in this picture. The small intestine having three parts. So the small intestine has been divided into three parts. What are those three parts? First comes to duodenum, then jejunum, then ileum. Duodenum is the first part of small intestine whose main function is to initiate the digestion, and the food that enters the small intestine from the stomach is mixed with the digestive juice, that is from bile and pancreatic juice, and is further broken down into simpler substances. So this is the main event that is takes place in duodenum. Okay. Next comes to jejunum. It is the middle part that contains villi and the hence undergoes absorption and assimilation. So next part, ileum. The ileum absorbs vitamin B12, bile acids and any other nutrients present in the food. So here duodenum is not taking part in absorption and assimilation. Jejunum is taking part in absorption and assimilation, and ileum is mainly here for assimilation. Now, can you differentiate between absorption and assimilation in small intestine? The digested food is taken up by the blood vessel lining the small intestine walls. This phenomenon is known as absorption. And assimilation, the substances that are absorbed are transported through blood vessels to various organs of the body, where it is utilized to build complex substances like proteins essential for the body is called assimilation. Okay. Next comes to large intestine. So large intestine, that is the wider and shorter than small intestine, and the length is 1.5 meter. So absorption of water and salt from the undigested food occurs in the large intestine. As I have already mentioned here, any food that is left undigested passes through the small intestine and enters the large intestine. Okay. So absorption from water and salt from the undigested food occurs here. Okay. And remaining waste matter is passed out through the rectum. Time to time, fecal matter is removed through the anus. That is by egestion. Okay. So the process by which the waste and undigested food or the fecal matter get out of the body through the anus is called as egestion. Okay. I hope you understood this. If you are facing any problem, then ask me again in the e-portal. I am always there for your help. Okay. Next day we will discuss about digestion in grass-eating animals, then feeding and digestion in amoeba. Okay. I hope you understood this.